What's up, beautiful people, amazing people? How are you all doing? How are you all doing, you guys? I hope you all are doing amazingly well. You are welcome to another video. But before we dive right into it, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. And with that being said, let's get into it. So, guys, more on Jessica LIoyd and Lucas Richards' situation. Please, if you haven't seen part one, please, I would advise for you to go see part one so you can understand what is going on. And also, I want to use this opportunity to apologize because I was getting lots of comments from you guys talking about how you don't understand the Liberian accent.
I need everybody to stop because we have an emergency story about Jessica LIoyd and Lucas Richards. Now, Lucas is a church minister from Iowa, representing this church.
Hi, this is Lucas and Lois Richard. Lois and I are privileged to be serving the Lord in Liberia in West Africa.
And Jessica is a student in Liberia with this organization. When these two met, they decided to hook up and she got pregnant. But there's way more to the story. Because not only did Lucas not tell her that he was already married, even though he was already bringing his wife to Liberia to help with the ministry work, as you can see right here. But he didn't tell Jessica's mom, and when she found out she was pregnant, she wanted them to get married, which they did. But then everything went south when his church reported that he was robbed, which wasn't true. When in fact, Jessica was the one that was hurt. Actually, she was almost killed by Lucas. Oh, and by the way, when he found out she was pregnant, he was injecting her with something that would cause a miscarriage, and he was successful.
He asked me to help her with $150 US, which I do monthly.
Now, he talks about how he gives her $150 every month to help her out, which I need you to keep in mind because that story won't add up in a minute.
I carried her to Hardell Supermarket. We bought cornflakes, we bought all of those things. From there, we decided that I could drop her. I don't have to take her back to her parents, and that I could drop her there because at Bonneville Highway, she would get a motorbike and she would get back.
But I'm going to have to take it back because right before all this happened, he was already back in Iowa with his wife, and then he kept calling Jessica's mom and bugging her, being like, I gotta see Jessica, I gotta see Jessica. And then they finally agreed, and then he showed up and they took a little trip.
The first area where there was like pull tar that you could pull off on the main pull tar, I put my trafficators on. Because two things. She's getting a motorbike to go back home, and I needed to check my back right tire because I've been having a problem with that tire. And I could feel when I was driving that something was not correct. So while she was waiting for motorbike, standing on the pull tar, I'm down there literally trying to jack up my thing.
He's not mentioning it is when Jessica got in the car, she was questioning him why he had a knife, because why do you have a knife? And he was like, well, it's just in case I run into an animal or a snake or something like that.
She's standing on the side of the coal tar, and I'm standing there doing this with the jack thing, and next thing I know, a motorbike comes out of nowhere and hits her, and she goes into a ditch, because right after this coal tar is like a little extra coal tar on the side of the coal tar. Right after that is just a big ditch. Okay. The motorbike hit her, she fell backwards and rolled into that ditch. I think she even fell backwards and hit the edge of the coal tar because she had blood coming.
Yeah, that's not what the man on the motorcycle said, nor Jessica, but we'll let you finish your story first.
At that point, I leave what I'm doing and I go to check on her and help her out and ask her if she's okay. I bring her up onto the coal tar, and at this point, this motorbike driver that just hit her is yelling out to other motorbikes, KK, whatever they're driving by, and this big lorry, big truck, big red truck that was carrying, I don't know, a dump out truck, something like that, telling them that I hurt the girl, that I did something to the girl. Hallie was saying that they were yelling it out, screaming it out, and so they're stopping, and all these motorbike guys are stopping, and they're vexed at me.
Now remember, he's not bringing up anything about the knife, and Jessica has an entire, I can't say it, but it's too graphic to even show.
I'm walking around the front to go get in the car. She was walking around the front with me. She goes around the front, and she's coming to get in the car. Then, something goes through the window, and comes and hits me right here on the head. And when it hit me, I did like this on the steering wheel. And one of the guys took a big stick and started pounding. He came in front of the Land Cruiser and he started pounding on the thing. And so at this point, she's telling me to go. She would be okay as me then, because they think they're probably going to get money from me.
Now you know about that $150 I told you to remember? Listen up.
I had $400 US in my pocket. No, 350 because I gave her 150. I had $350 US in my pocket right here and some small in my wallet right here.
You said you had $400 in your pocket, but then you said, no, wait, you had $350 because you gave her $150. If I do math correctly, that doesn't add up.
So, I hit the gas and I started going. I didn't hit nobody. I even hit, before I put it in gear, I did like this so that it backed up. And then I went. And of course the motorbikes were following me. And the motorbike that hit her already had his motorbike out of the something. All I remember is that it was a red motorbike with a license plate in front. So Sorry, I'm
Okay, you said what you had to say. Now it's time to hear from Jessica.
Get out of the car. He took out the left. Big left. He said, I felt a snake, so in case one see snake.
Now, I and many other people were having a problem understanding her accent, but plus the throat damage was probably definitely a big factor. But I found somebody who broke down what she said. So basically what it says is, Lucas pulled over to take a piss. When he was out there, he claimed that he saw a snake. He told Jessica he saw a snake and he told her to come out with the knife. And he told her to get closer, 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 and she was scared, but she came anyway. Once she got to him, she took the knife from him, bashed her on the back of the head and her throat. That's when the man on the bike showed up and handed Lucas, and then he called the rest of his crew to show up, and then Lucas ran away.
You met the woman, or you open the car, going turn again, and grab and slaughtering again.
This is what he had to say.
I understand what you're talking about. When you saw the man, he was all again trying to. The man all again, I said, the man all again, man slaughtering again. My one standing there. You got more about men up here, right? They can't whip all yet, they can't dropping the ground.
So he's saying he saw Lucas hit Jessica, and she fell to the ground.
I won't catch that man alive. I want that man alive to report him to the police.
For everybody that wants the church's information, here you go. And the church's website. And I want to make this one statement to all the churches who go to Africa to help the children. The way Lucas and the rest of you dehumanize these people so you can make some fucking money.
We thank the Lord also for a small group of believers that we're working with. These believers come mostly out of Islam. Most of them are illiterate, and so we're teaching them English as we teach through the Bible.
They don't need your language or your fucking Bible. So stop using African children just to make some fucking money. And if you want to talk about the history of Christianity in that fucking continent, then you're gonna have a long fucking day. My name's Eric Stone. Doses.
So guys, I'm going to be reading Jessica's story. For people who say they couldn't understand Jessica's Liberian accent, someone summarized the story in the comment section, and it reads as follows. She is saying that Lucas asked her to go with him and she got in the car. Along the way, she noticed he had a big knife. This made her concerned. So she asked him why he's carrying a knife. His response was he's afraid of snakes and other animals. So the knife was meant to protect them. He then made a stop to urinate along a path with fewer people. He asked her to accompany him. After a brief walk, he stopped for a while and called her closer, pretending to have seen an animal. But she was afraid of the animal and hesitated going closer. Eventually, he convinced her, hit her head so hard, she dropped and began convulsing briefly. She then struggled to get up. At this point, she was powerless. He then grabbed her and began cutting her neck. It was at this point a bike rider who had noticed them earlier got a stick and hit the white man from behind, then scared him away. He then drove away in his Land Cruiser, and by that time the bike rider had alerted other bike riders who began chasing after his car. So guys, that is the summary of Jessica's story. And since the story has been going on, pictures from Lucas and Jessica's African traditional wedding has also been circulating all over social media. Even though in his story, he never once mentioned he married her. He never once mentioned what their relationship is. Like, what is their relationship? He never once mentioned it. He never once mentioned how she got a cut on her neck. He kept referring to Jessica as the girl. You guys, this is so heartbreaking. I hope she gets all the justice she needs, and people are beginning to take to TikTok to also voice their opinions, as well as calling for justice for Jessica, which I'll be showing you guys next.
I need everybody to stop because we have an emergency story about Jessica LIoyd and Lucas Richard. Now, Lucas...
Thank you so much, Eric, for bringing awareness to this topic. Being that you have a huge platform and you bringing awareness today, I really want to say thank you for speaking up. And we shouldn't stop, because if we keep quiet, the Liberian government going to give this man a free pass for him to come back to America, due to his skin tone. I'm not trying to be racist, but that's reality in Africa, especially in Liberia. They care about the foreigners more than they care about us. So if we don't bring awareness to this man, they're going to let the man come right back and he will not face justice. So thank you so much for bringing awareness to this. I really urge everybody to bring so much awareness to this for Jessica to get justice, and Lucas should go to prison and serve his time in Liberia. Thank you so much. My time is up now.
This organization, when these two met, they decided to hook up and she got pregnant. But there's
This is why I strongly oppose Christian missionaries coming into African countries to come and preach absolute bullshit. Married man who is a Christian missionary came to Liberia to obviously do missionary work, met a 21-year-old young woman and got her pregnant. And I'm not surprised by that. That man wanted her to abort the baby. And when the mother of the woman found out that she was pregnant, she initiated some sort of wedding ceremony between her and that scumbag. The story continues. That man attempted to unalive that woman, and she nearly lost her life. And he came out with a stupid story to defend himself. As a Ghanaian woman myself, I'm going to say something. A lot of African women are unprotected, and it's time for us African, especially African men, to protect their women against these awful Christian missionaries. Stop thinking that all because they are palm-coloured Christian missionaries, they can do no harm. No, they do a hell of a lot of harm. And I'm not ashamed to admit that I don't like Christian missionaries coming in the disguise of an angel with a smile, claiming that you're going to do everything right for African people. Really? But behind that smile and that innocent demeanour are very evil and disgusting people. Christian missionaries, stay away from my African people. We don't need your filth. And I hope that young woman, Jessica, gets the justice she deserves. And when that man ends up in a prison in Liberia, oh my goodness, it's not going to go well for him. Protect African women.
Breaking news. An African man, immigrant from Liberia, a black man, tried to slaughter a Caucasian woman. Imagine that, right? So if that was the headlines, you wouldn't be finding that through me. You would know because it's on the news. But it's not the headlines though. It's the other way around. A missionary left America, went to Liberia, and tried to slaughter a young woman. After giving her chemicals, after she found out that she was pregnant. She miscarried the baby, and then that was not enough. I think the chemicals were actually supposed to kill her, but it didn't kill her, right? So later, he tried to kill her by slaughtering her. And when I say slaughter, I mean slaughter. He took the knife through her throat. Someone met him on top of her while he was doing this to her. Is that what we're doing now? In the name of God? In the name of the Bible? Is that what we're doing? Now I need you all to please talk about this. Because, like I said, if the situation was different, if this scenario was switched, you would be drinking water in your kitchen and it'll just be there. It'll be passing by up in the sky. You'll just see that. An African immigrant from Liberia tried to slaughter a Caucasian woman. Tell me if it's not true. Now, why don't you know about this? Why are you not talking about this? Why are you not mad about this? Why are we not demanding justice for Jessica LIoyd? Lucas must pay for what he tried to do. And yes, he tried to tell stories, but that's because he thought Jessica was dead. She's alive telling the story right now. So Lucas, you failed. You failed. Justice for Jessica LIoyd. I need you guys to share this video. Talk about it. Please, comment. Let's get this video out there. People need to know about this. And no, I don't think that we should let Lucas leave Liberia. That's where he committed his crime. He needs to serve his crime there. Because I already know how the U.S. is. They are going to try to say, oh, this is our people, so he should come here and serve the time. No. They don't allow that. We are not going to allow it. We're not going to allow that. He's going to serve his time where he did it. That's where he did it. That's where he will serve it. We don't care if he's American. We don't care if he's white. To hell with that. To hell with that. He needs to serve his crime where he is. And I am praying that this video get out there. We need to demand justice for Jessica LIoyd. Where's the lie? I'm always surprised how people expect, after all the atrocities we've done, to expect a leopard to change its spot. I'm not saying they're not good people out there. I know genuine good people. But how many years more? Do we need another 400 years in order for us to know that we can't trust people? Certain people? Again, why is there a missionary in Africa? Why are we in the Stone Age still, where the internet don't exist? People don't know about the gospel. Like, does the Bible not exist in Africa? This is the question everybody's asking. I'm like, yeah, it's why is there a missionary in Africa? If you want to go on tourism, just say that. Apply for a visa, go visit for 2-3 weeks and come back to your country. But don't use mission or the Bible or whatever heck else you want to use to go to a country to get to do your fetishes, because it's a fetish. Y'all know it's been a fetish since the beginning of time. We are so interested in every way. How our hips are curved, our nose. I mean, for God's sakes, from head to toe, you're just so interested that it's a fetish. We're not fetishes. We're not a way for you to explore your sick mind. We're not. We're human beings. We bleed. We breathe just like you. We're not fetishes. You guys, please continue to share the videos. Please continue to talk about it. Jessica LIoyd, Lucas Richard, a missionary, tried to kill Jessica LIoyd. He tried to slaughter her. Okay? He tried to slaughter her. And when I try to talk about it, I got banned. So continue. I'm pretty sure, hopefully, we don't get that far. But I'm just hoping my videos don't get deleted and my account banned, because for God's sakes, what am I doing? I didn't think I was that important. What's happening? Continue to share the video. Let's talk about Jessica.
Hello, I said I want to stay on social media, but this other topic here got me like grief within my spirit, and I have to put my 2 senses there, right? Back to the colloquia. Brother Lucas, right? You went over there on missionary work. We understand. Okay? You went over there missionary work. You started exploring the chocolate city. In the process of exploring the city, you met a very beautiful chocolate. You tasted the chocolate. Now you were no longer interested in your old vanilla that you left in Iowa. Okay? And that's fine. That's fine. You have the right to love and affection and whomever you want to marry to or whoever you want to divorce. That is your fucking business. Nobody cares. But what you did wrong was attempting to murder our sister. Attempting to murder our sister. That is the stupidest, that is the most wickedest evil on the highest degree. Okay? Because you're trying to seal the evidence of you having extramarital affair. That's not how life works. Okay? If you like chocolate, there's a saying that said when you go black, you can't go back. If you like the chocolate, all you should have done was call your woman in Iowa, your vanilla. Call her and tell her, say, Ma, I've been in Liberia too long. I've been in Chocolate City too long. I tasted the chocolate. There's no going back to vanilla. Vanilla ain't got no taste. Okay? And then just tell her. Tell her you also adopted some of the culture because the girl mother said that you paid a dowry and you said she was going to be your second wife, which they were willing to accept you because that's cultural. Or you should have done call your vanilla in Iowa. Tell her, say, Ma, I've been in Liberia too long. I adapted some of the culture and I love the culture. I tasted the chocolate too good. There's no need. I come into that. The organic chocolate that I tasted out of Liberia too damn good. I'm coming back to that artificial vanilla. That's all you should have done. But you do it instead. You wanted to cut the girl. You want to kill the girl to seal the evidence. What kind of man are you, man? Come on. This is so I'm disgusted that some of y'all can make it people not want to go to church. People not want to go to church. How can you say you're working for God? You dare to help poor people. And then you're taking advantage of people at a point that you want to murder somebody because you want to come back to your vanilla. You want to seal the evidence. Come on now, brother. If you're going to say, accept Jessica as your second wife, even though it happened, you know, no one is perfect. No one perfect. Things happen in their life here. We're going to celebrate you. You're going to make the news among Liberians and probably contribute towards your wedding. But that kind of shit that you did, attempting to kill our sister in Liberia, and you think you'll get away with it in your church over here talking about they rob you. How long you been in Liberia? Nobody rob you. That right now they come and rob you. Y'all Liberian people, that one thing I want y'all to know in Liberia, just because you see a white man come to Liberia, they not mean that they are your savior. Okay, some of them are psychopath and some of them are coward. Keep your eyes open. Be vigilant. Watch. Some of these people are crime. They commit crime. They are not productive here in the U.S. and they just go over there to make themselves feel that they're doing something. You got to be vigilant, my people. That lady P talking. Now, all I got to say to you, Jessica and the rest of the Liberian, y'all be vigilant. Don't just follow stranger. Don't open your arms and be colorblind. And again, not all white people are bad, but some are ridiculous because of what he did to you. Now, all I got to say that my two cents in it. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
This is evil. This is pure evil. But what do you guys think? Please leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think at the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. And with that being said, I will see you all in my next one. Stay blessed and much love. Bye.